Today I want to show you guys how you can put 3D text on moving footage inside of After Effects. Let's jump into it. So the first thing that you're going to do is add a 3D camera tracker onto your footage. You can do that by coming to the effects and presets and searching 3D camera tracker and dragging it onto your footage. Also, if you have the tracker window open over here, you can click on track camera and it's going to do the same thing. Click on that, it's going to analyze your footage. This will take a few minutes, so I'll skip forward and I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, so now that my tracking has completed, if you scroll through the footage, you'll see these little dots that appear at different points. These are the camera tracking points. If you need to increase the size of these, you can come over to the left here, click and drag on track point size and then pull it up and you can see how your little points increase, and you can do the same thing with your target size. Now all you need to do is scrub through the footage to the point where you would want your text to appear. Let's say I want it to appear at the bottom of this river. I'd find a plane that most closely represents the place that I want my text to appear. So that's over here. I can click and 3 points will be selected. Then what I can do is right click and hit create text and camera. It's now going to add some text to the project. It's also going to add a text layer at the bottom over here. So if I double click on this text layer, now you can play around with this text. So I can change the color of it to white, and I'm just going to scale it down a bit. It's a little bit too big. All right, so now what we can do is we can play around with this text inside a 3D space. So if we click on the text layer and make sure that our selection tool is selected by hitting V on our keyboard or coming up to this button over here, we can now play around with this in 3D space. So I'm going to turn it a little bit this way to make sure that it makes sense, standing upwards. I'm going to pull it up on the y-axis and kind of like that. So at this point we can see that the text is in front of our mountain on the right. So we can get around that by either making this appear much later, maybe at this point, by cutting off the end of that text layer and adding a bit of an opacity. So just editing in from 0 to 100%. So as it moves in like that, it appears. Or what you can do is you can just create a simple mask, although this might take a little bit longer to do, but you would do this by drawing a mask along the edge that follows the mountain, making sure that it's inverted over here. And then what you do is you click on the toggle animation for mask path, move forward in space, and you'll have to go through and move this mask along so that it matches the edge of the mountain. So this might look terrible. I'm just done that in a few seconds, but there you go, something like that, right? And then the last thing that you want to do is add some motion blur onto this so it looks realistic. So this little icon over here is your motion blur icon. If I click on it, now you can see some motion blur has been added to my text. And you can do this throughout your footage. Wherever you see those tracking points, you can add and do the same thing. If you can't see where to find them, all you do is you come back to your original footage over here, come up to the top, click on 3D camera tracker again, and that'll bring up all your points, and then you can go through the same process again. And that's it. Hey, if this helped you guys out, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, check out some of my other videos on the channel. I'll see you guys around. Peace out.